Hello everybody, Happy New Year to you. Bit chillier today, so I got my winter woolies on. This is a present I was given at Christmas. It's brilliant, proper workshop hat. I'm not a Dalek, but I have got a little light on it, look. And that's, when you're in the workshop and you're trying to see something, that is fantastic. So the only trouble is, it can do with being black because you don't have to do very much and you've got a black hat. But got 3 different light settings. And it's all rechargeable. You just flick it at the back and put it into sort of the computer or charging point, and away it goes. So I recommend that. Keeps you warm. Come right down over your ears if you want to, but I don't want to ruin my fashion styling. The only complaint, if I got any, is it will slowly work up and you finish up looking like a pixie. But anyway, things don't improve. Blame it on lockdown. Okay, today I'm going to do a blog on the 6-cylinder Ford Major we've been working on. Now, I was sold this back 8-9 months ago. Mate of mine, Ollie Stevens, he's had this tractor some time. He's been he bought it as a 6-cylinder conversion. It was never quite right. He's been trying to do it himself, and you can't. You've got to have some decent workshop facilities, and Ollie's only got a little garage to work in, and he's got a T20 in there he's restoring in memory of his dad, who used to help him a lot. And so he needed some money to do the restoration, and he needed some space, and whereas he could work there in the Fergie, he certainly couldn't work there in this one. So I'll just show you a few pictures of what it was like. And when I picked it up, it's a bit confusing because you'll see some of the pictures was as it was, and then Ollie's obviously stripped it down a bit to get to it. Lost heart, if the truth's known, and that's when he sold it to me. So have a look at that first. Okay, so this 6-cylinder Major, I've got to say, I didn't really want it. It was one of these, the price had to be right before I'd buy it, and I wasn't trying to beat Ollie down the price, but I've got my own plans for a 6-cylinder Major, and that wasn't it. It's I've got a 6D engine, and I've got a Super Major back end, and when I do my 6.4 roadless, or roadless 6.4, I wanted to do a roadless 6.2, a 2-wheel drive version of the same thing to fit it. So this one definitely doesn't fit that category. And but anyway, as it happened, lots of different bits and pieces fell together. The main thing being a cab I bought and didn't really know what to do with it. And so it's just before Christmas, I decided to get it in and have a go at it. So show you a few photographs of that, and then we'll run into the live commentary. Right, we're going to start some sort of live commentary now on different things, and I'm going to let it run. They're different films I took at different stages. It wasn't like a 3-day project. This thing has been built over probably 6 weeks it's been hanging a bit in the workshop. Christmas has got in the way and various things, but we finished it. But I think it'll make sense to you as you watch it. You'll hear me sound quite pleased, quite pleased with progress and stuff like that. I seem to be quite pleased with this one, but you can't help repeating yourself. That's the trouble. But anyway, see you get on. We'll have a chat about it at the end, and I might interrupt. I'll see how it runs, but enjoy it. Ready? All right. Good boy. Let me inspect you now, mate. Yeah, good boy. All right. Right, this is the beast. We've been playing around with it, and I put that on last night just for experiment, really, see what it looks like. I'm quite tempted to put a forward force bonnet on it because it's, I don't know, it might be major, might be forward force, haven't decided yet. So we've got the cab's off of John Deere. They took it off to restore the tractor and then sold the tractor with the cab off it, and the guy that was bought the tractor didn't pick the cab up. And when the chap that was selling the tractor said, when are you going to pick the cab up? He said, I don't want it. He said, I'll put shell mud guards on, I don't want it. So I bought it for £200, and it's a really good cab. Obviously it's not made to be made, but we've managed to put it on there without altering very much, and we'll be able to fix up all the brackets on it. That's Ian in the background, he's just changing them. We've got it all set up, and we found it was just an inch too far back, so we're going to shift it forward a little bit. It just catches the wheels. So we'll have that done today. We've got, I'm not happy about the side rails. They're okay, but the engine bracket has been put on slightly crooked and it gives it a twist. So we've got to take the side rails off, redo the engine brackets to get that front weight square. I don't know if you'll see it from there, but you can see it's looking down just a little bit on the left hand side. And then I hate those A-frames coming forward, so we're going to change that. That'll go back. Got quite a deep sump on it, a long sump. So I'm not quite sure where I'm going to put it across from, but I will have the A-frame going backwards. They've done a good job of the side rails in a way, but you know, they've got all these holes that shouldn't be there, so I might change those yet, I don't know. So that's the engine. The engine's great, it pulls like a train. That bit's good. I haven't really got to do much to it mechanically. We put these back wheels on it, which came off my Super 6. I've put a slightly narrower set on the Super 6. 1430 is just the same, but this set's set 8. But I think they suit this tractor. One of the other tyres on the Super 6 was knackered anyway, so. And then this is the rear view. We're going to change the mudguard slightly. Cab doesn't want a lot, just wants one glass in that back window. Got to put a seat foot on it. I haven't decided on gauges and things yet, but anyway, this is where it is at the moment. You can get in and out of it quite easily, so I'm quite pleased with that. The cab itself, if you don't see this, it's a bit moth-eaten on the top, but generally it's quite good. Anyway, that's where we are with this one so far. See you later. Well, here she is. We've got her back together again. Got everything squared up now. All the front is nice and parallel. It was twisted before. Been debating about the tin work on it, and I've got this spare front for a 1000 series Ford, and I think it fits quite nicely. So that's what it's going to have on it. We'll make it look like it'll be another, it's a Bitzer anyway, so what the hell. I think with that cab it'll go very well, so it should look a smart tool when it's finished. As you can see, we've had to do a fair bit of relaxing on the brackets that were made. Front axle's going to be turned round, A-frame's going to be turned round. I know what I'm doing now. Air cleaner was under the bonnet, taking that off. That's going up just below that window on the front, and the air pump will be taken out. Got the doors opening properly now, the cab's sitting properly. And I fitted the seat from our old Scania lorry. It's very comfortable. And that's about it really. That's where I've got to so far. Next instalment, directly. Okay, so here she is. We've done quite well really. We've got everything aligned now where it should be. We've had to pretty well cut everything apart and start again, although a lot of work was done, but when you've got to undo it, it does take time. So it's everything's straight now. I'm happy enough with how straight it is. The tombstone square to the tractor, which it wasn't before, it was twisted. We've got taken that horrible A-frame off the front, and we've cut it ready to extend it backwards. That's this afternoon's mission. We did have some flitch plates on the sides, but we've taken those off. We're going to start again on that. So, as I say, it's all tacked together. But once we're happy with everything, we're going to pull it all off, and it'll all be welded up on the bench and then put back on in place. I've got tin work should arrive this afternoon. I've got some new tin work coming, and it should all come together. The aim is to do our road run on the end of this month, so we'll see how we go. But I'm not going to go unless it won't be painted, but it will be finished. So that's the plan. See how we get on. Right, we're on again. Lots of head scratching and thinking this morning. But I don't think you've seen this with the tin work on. I've got new tin work from Agriline. 2 new 5000 bonnets to fit on there. Seems an awful waste to cut a new bonnet up, but 75 quid a set. I reckon that's cheap. So we've got a A-frame coming back now underneath the tractor like this. We've just worked out how we're going to put a tie bar for it, and we're also going to put some strength backwards, which will become plainer later. But I'm generally pretty pleased with how we're doing so far. So that's the line of, that's what it's going to look like. This is going to be a Ford Super Major, and anybody argue with me, it is super. Put the air cleaners outside now. That's going to be on the side of the cab like that. Doesn't catch the door, it doesn't catch the bonnet. So that's it. So hopefully We'll get a lot more done today. Ian's down here just cutting some steel. Give us a wave, Ian. Look at that, that's getting involved now, look. Right, well, here's the 6-cylinder major we've been working on. I was hoping we'd have it ready for the road run on Sunday, but, well, not Sunday, Tuesday. But we're quite a way off it. We've got everything, we know what we're doing now. We've sorted out the problems. Just got to be pulled apart and welded together again, really. But it's, I'm quite pleased with how it's turned out. The forward bonnet has really worked well on it. It looks right. Somehow it seems to have pulled the length of it back in, although it hasn't actually changed it. So we've increased we took the side rails apart, rebuilt them, we've extended them back a bit to carry the cab. Where that big piece of metal is, there's a crossbar to go across that, and that's where our A-frame's going back to. Same's happened on this side. We've tied it up around the air filter, oil filter, and I'm going to have this is be a split bonnet. Where the mole grips are there, that's going to be a second hinge section. There'll be a hinge section for the battery, and there'll be a hinge section for the bonnet. So it's a standard Ford 5000 bonnet on this side, and that's just a little piece there. Rather joint up, I thought we'd just make it to a different compartment. So I'm quite pleased with how that's worked out. I've got a seat of a Scania inside it. It's surprising, actually. I thought it'd be too big in there, but it's all right. You can reach everything beautifully, and not really a problem. Really pleased with how the cab sats on it. I'll go back a bit and show. We did have one little issue when we put it on first. We had it set back to line up with the tank on the major, and unfortunately it caught the wheel, so we've had to move it forward a bit, which is why the forward bonnet idea came in. Anyway, it's so the wheels on the back, they're all ballasted. They came off the Super 6. That's got a new set of wheels on it, and certainly holds the road a lot better now. So the next mission is to finish squaring it up, get the lights going, fit lights on it. There's a little bit of tuning up to do on the cab, but I just determined to get it all together first, and then once we've got it together and we know it all works, we'll give it a run, and then we'll pull it apart. And still thinking about the colour scheme. Certainly the blue bit you can see there will still be blue, but I haven't decided on the rest yet. Keep changing my mind, really. But that doesn't matter. Bit of surprise don't hurt anybody, does it? So there she is. That's what I've been doing. Not enough, obviously, but quite pleased with it. See you later. Right, just one little tip before we wrap this video up. The tractor's back here in the waiting room now. It's ready for some decent weather so we can get it sprayed up. There's another major back there that's all ready to go, but just want some fine weather. But one thing I didn't show you is a little modification we made to it. And I'd recommend this for any diesel major. And it's the throttle. And what we've done is put a piece of 1/2 inch bar in the line, just cut it, welded a piece of 1/2 inch bar in, grained it up to make it look shapely enough. But that gives you amazing control, and it's just under the steering wheel where it's handy to get to. You've got more movement to give you the revs, and you know, flat 8 is down there, and you might think that's in the way, but of course it isn't, because that's between your legs as you're sat on the tractor. And when you get on and off the tractor, it goes up there completely out of the way, and it's unbelievable. It's one of the things that I think Ford should have done. There's not many things you'd say as an absolute improvement, but that is an absolute improvement. So if you've got a diesel major, I recommend doing that. Okay, Dave's tip for the day, that is. Right, so there you go. That's a Ford Super Major. It's in the waiting room now, waiting to be painted, and once that's done, you've got some fine weather. I've got plenty to do before the summer, so we'll wait till the summer's here and get on and do it. So yeah, that's it. Now, every good film has some bloopers in it, and we've got a blooper outtake. This is Ian doesn't think I'm going to put this in, but I am. There is a bit of swearing in it, so beware of that. I don't know how to put a beep on it yet, but you'll see. But it's quite funny, so I'll show you that. Action man.
Fucking time to call this. Fucking been here since 6 o'clock.
You lying bastard, because I saw you arrive at 9. And you went straight for a cup of tea.
No, I didn't. I spoke to PJ.
You were talking to PJ in the yard for a long time.
It was about 10 minutes. I
got you.
I know.
I turned the camera on, bang, you two yapping.
No, I just noticed Joel's got all those plastic pallets up there. And it'd be fucking ideal to put me firewood on.
I don't know what to do with them.
Really? Oh,
Yeah, you can have them.
That might work. Well, I was going to ask them. I wasn't just going to take them.
No, take them.
But no, it's ideal because they ain't going to mush away, because pallets over 6-8 months, they just go away to mush, don't they? When it's as fucking wet as it is down there. You ain't having that fucking thing in my face all day.
It's in it now, boy.
Oh, frick. Such a wanker.
Don't think we'll be able to put this on YouTube.
Yeah, you best dub that one out.
Oh dear. So there you are, it's one of those gotcha moments. Ian, like most people, doesn't like having the camera pointed at him. And it's a shame, really, because he comes across as such a miserable sod when he's working with me. But we have such a lot of fun. And but it's a self-conscious, this thing. And when you first hear yourself on a microphone or being interviewed or anything like that, you can't believe what your voice sounds like. But I'm afraid, Ian, that is what you sound like, boy. So just live with it. Anyway, I don't want to. Well, I do want to finish now, but I mentioned the tractor run we were trying to get ready for. We missed it. We didn't miss it by long, but I didn't. The tractor was running. I could have got it there, but I was leading the road run, and the last thing I wanted to be was on a tractor that fell in half on the way round. So I took the Unimog instead, and. But I just thought I'd show you a bit of film I took when we were doing it. Not the actual run itself, because that's boring, but we went out on the beach at Morgan Porth afterwards, and we had a happy few minutes there driving round, and I just think it's brilliant. You know, where else can you, how many other tractor runs in the country can do what we were doing down there? And I just think it makes it really special for us. So, you know, if you're down here and part of it, you know, aren't you lucky? And if you're not, aren't you unlucky? Anyway, have a look at it, and I might come back again, I don't know. But if I haven't, you know, this is how we're finishing our year. This is lockdown for us. That's what we've got to put up with. That actually, when we did that, actually, we could do it, but we are in full lockdown now, so we can't go and do what we did. So we were lucky to get it in. We raised money for a little local charity that does some good causes, and I think the total sum was something about 500 quid. So it was worth doing, and certainly appreciated by the charity. So, you know, they do a lot of work with young children or young people, put them on the straight and narrow, really, a lot of them, and get them going, do them a lot of favours. And it's one of these unsung hero things, really. You know, we're all talking about the NHS and what wonderful work they do, but what they forget is when they're pumping all the support of the NHS, they're missing out all these other good causes. So, you know, we need to think about our charities. We've missed a lot of charities this year with our rally. You know, we've usually got 20,000 quid to give away, nothing this year. So it's, you know, it's not all about your lost wages, it's what good causes miss as well. Anyway, on that bright note, hope you enjoy it. Don't know when I'll get around to doing another one. It's finding the material to do it, and it takes a bit of while to pick it up. I've got plenty of jobs going on. I've got David Brown's working on it at the moment. That's going to have a run of those, so we'll see. Anyway, good luck, Happy New Year still, and hope COVID doesn't affect you too much, and I'll see you directly.